Okay, today's detail is a BMW M6. Just, yeah, well, the video will speak for itself. The car is very dirty. And looks like there's some scratches right here. The wheels look like they've had brake dust on them for such a long time that we've got carbon fiber roofs here. Come over to the front. Looks like there's some type of damage right there. Hit something. And let's see what we have. Kind of look for dents. You can see one right underneath the door handle, right there. Right there, and also looks like it hit something. See it? Right there. And looks like looks like this door is actually a carbon composite material, so it's not metal. So when you're polishing a carbon composite material, it dispenses or disperses heat differently than a metal. Metal, when you're polishing metal, the heat it spreads out, and so you're able to polish more. With carbon composite materials, it heats up more directly on that spot, so you want to keep the polisher moving and keep that in mind. Keep some kind of control the temperature. As far as swirls go, you can see that it's got some holograms, some marring marks, swirls. Nothing real major, but pretty common. Possibly a polish would be able to get some of that out. There's more scratch, another scratch right there. You have some type of marking right here. The emblem itself has some damage on it. And into the tailpipes, they don't actually look too bad considering the condition of everything else. So that's pretty good evaluation on the outside. When you get into the inside, one thing I noticed right off the bat is that the leather is very, very dry. And you can see it just doesn't have any oil in it, and so it's a good thing that the leather is in such great condition in spite of it being dry. Looks like you've got some wearing marks happening right here, but that basically is what happens if you don't keep your leather conditioned with the proper oils. Then it's just going to get scraped and scratched and torn. But the interior is in okay shape. Looks like up there the mirror, there's something broken on the mirror, and looks like it's an Alcantara headliner, which I love. I think that's great because they don't fall down like a lot of headliners do. And I don't really see anything else to point out as far as any possible damage goes. This is carbon fiber here. Everything seems to be working, so looks like there's some wear marks on the buttons, which is pretty common for these older years. They coated their buttons with this weird rubber type coating that just always comes off, and then it looks like you also have some up here as well and down here. So those are things we want to point out. There's a dent inside this here. All those are things that we want to point out just so that we kind of cover our grounds and our basis. Make sure that the client doesn't feel like we've done any kind of damage that in fact was already there before the job was started. So what we're doing on this is we've got a budget of $200 to detail this car. The detail is a gift, a Christmas present, and So what we're planning on doing is we're going to detail the interior, we're going to condition the leather, kind of restore it back to new again, and we're going to get onto the outside and do a thorough wash, of course, get into doing a little bit of clay bar work just to take off any contaminants, and then we're going to put a nice synthetic wax over it. And maybe later on we'll get to see this car again, and we'll get to doing some machine polishing and taking out some of those swirl marks and some of those scratches that we saw to just really make it look new again. So there it is. I believe this car is a, looks like 2006 BMW M6. Beautiful car.